Hello world, Darin Martineau from Master Magic Shop. In this video, I'm excited to tell you about my new product, which I call uh, Best Card Magic of Charles T. Jordan. So this is a huge project. So I'm going to make several volumes, but this is essentially volume one. Um, it's 18 video downloads. Um, you can see the effects if you click on the link. It's inspired many new effects. I also include many packet effects. These are real magician foolers. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Charles T. Jordan and why he was such a great magician. His magic lives on today. Many magicians use his creations, such as the Jordan Count and many others. So Charles T. Jordan um, was an incredible card magician, a prolific magic creator that created many great card routines and sleights that magicians still use today, such as the Jordan Count and many others. He was born in Berkeley, California on October 1st, 1888. His dad was Charles Jordan, a wholesale supply manager and chicken farmer. His mom, Mary Louise Thornton Jordan. He also had a young sister, Margaret Louise, that lived to 1959. Um, When Charles Jordan was just 10 years old, he saw the famous master magician Harry Keller perform, which inspired him to develop his own card tricks. He self-published many books, which I have listed on here. Um, so his first book was 30 Card Mysteries in 1919. Um, in it, he described the Jordan count and the Gray Code, two incredible methods of false counting cards. In 1920, he then self-published uh, five-part 10 new prepared card trick series with contribution from T. Nelson Downs. In 1935, he was contacted by Theodore Anman, the famous mentalist, who wanted to publish a collection of his work, and he started to publish that in what is known as, I have listed on here, that would be The Sign of Exceptional Magic by Charles Thornton Jordan in 1935. So I have the citations and the list of his books and magazines on here. Um, why did I choose to do a work by Charles Jordan? Well, Charles Jordan was just a genius. He's inspired me over the years. I use many of his routines, um, and I teach my students many of his routines, and these are some of my favorites. There's many more. He has such a big body of work. This is a hard thing to tackle, but I am going to make, like I said, multiple volumes. This is just volume one. But he's inspired me in my card magic and his incredible methods, his diabolical methods. There's many magician foolers on here, but just the way that he composes his card routines. Um, and so I've he's inspired me to create many magic routines. These are some of them. These are real magician foolers, like I said. These will fool most magicians. Um, so in 1935, he was contacted by the famous mentalist uh, Ted Anman, who wanted to publish a collection of his work, which he did. Um, and then later on in uh, in the 40s, he was in the Bat issue number 56 in 1948, and issue number 9, 1944. Um, there's way more than that because there's a lot of other magazines and periodicals. As you can find these in print, you can find these. You're going to find a gold mine of methods. Um, so in 1975, Charles T. Jordan collected tricks by Carl Fulves, and then in 1992, Charles Jordan's Best Card Tricks, which is the book that really got me started on the path to these routines. So let's talk a little bit more about him. So what happened was when Charles T. Jordan um, was he was 19 years old. It was in 1908. He met Bob Madison. He was a mayor of Santa Rosa, California. So in 1908, this magician who gave him his first lessons in sleight of hand at the age of 19. Later, Jordan began to uh, work out his own, and soon began publishing and selling tricks in pamphlets, which made him famous. Family members said he was inventing an average of 10 tricks per week. Okay. Um, you can find some of these in the Encyclopedia of Card Tricks. I'm going to make other videos where I talk about a lot of these awesome things. Um, so what happened to Jordan? Well, later on, Charles Jordan moved to Pen Grove, California, where he so he was more of a creator than a performer. And what happened was he moved to Pen Grove, California, where he worked as a chicken farmer. His dad was a chicken farmer, so that makes sense. And he was a chicken farmer for many years. He also designed and built large radios. So in 1919, he published a book on card magic uh, called 30 Card Mysteries. In it, he described his famous Jordan count, which is a method of false counting four cards and secretly uh, also altering their order. So then in 1920, he published five more magic booklets with over 50 card effects of his own invention. He continued publishing his card magic until 1923 when he lost his interest in magic and turned his studies to radio and soon began to manufacture sets. So during the 1920s and 30s, he was a champion of puzzle contests, often published in newspapers, winning many cash prizes. Then Charles T. Jordan, um, with coworkers, entered and won several contests, making tens of thousands of dollars a year um, in solving puzzles. So he was obviously, he was very smart. He was very ingenious, and so you get a glimpse into his mind through his work, which lives on. Many magicians use this sleight today. So um, what happened was Charles Jordan never really performed magic in public very much, and his fame was based mainly on his publications. In 1935, he was contacted by Theodore Annman, the famous mentalist, who wanted to publish a collection of his work. He did publish, like I mentioned, which I have on here, The Sign of Exceptional Magic, which was started to publish in 1935. But he planned, so Annman planned to publish about 350 original tricks by Jordan. But then what happened was, for some reason, the series was abandoned shortly after. And then Lloyd Jones also tried to contact Jordan to express his desire to publish more of Jordan's works in book form, but unfortunately, Charles Jordan passed away before he can find him. So in 1943, this is about a year before he passed away, he sold his collection of magic books to a man named Earl F. Reibold. Um, so Jordan then died in Vallejo, California, after a long illness. Uh, Jordan died and is buried in the Cypress Hill Cemetery. We have a picture of his grave marker on here, which is awesome. He died on April 24th, 1944, at age 55. So I have a list of his books and his magazines, and I just want to say this is one of my best works. Many of these things in here, these are many gems. So click on the link, get this today if you want to take your magic to the next level. Thank you.